This is Raven from Raven's Reviews, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be one for the books. Now, before I get started, if you love anything you see in this video, you can feel free to use my discount code RAVENART for 10% off of Maniology. Whew, y'all, without further ado, let's get into all this magic. So the first little bit of this video, I just quickly wanted to unbox some goodies that I purchased because I found the light. About 6-7 months ago, I started the Mani and Me box. I got the Express box, which features a unique gift and usually 2 plates. Sometimes, though, they give you a little extra, and you're going to see that in a second. But this first Mani and Me, I lost it over this. I apologize if I butcher this, but kintsugi is the art of repairing broken pottery. In English, it translates to golden joinery or golden repair. It's the ancient Japanese art of mending broken ceramics, using a special lacquer dusted or even mixed with powdered gold, silver, or platinum. Beyond the physical craft, it represents a beautiful philosophy. Instead of hiding cracks, throwing away broken items, kintsugi treats the damage and repair as a vital part of the object's history. It teaches the flaws, scars, and hardships are not things to be ashamed of, but rather elements that make us unique, resilient, and more beautiful. So I'm sorry for pausing during that. I was just reading that out, and it completely touched my heart. So Maniology, they blew me away with these plates. I can't wait to do a pottery magic with all the navy blue accents and the gold cracks. And actually, in this video, I was trying to say before I got incredibly excited. The first little bit is just me unboxing some goodies that I purchased, but the next half of this is going to be me unboxing PR that Maniology sent, and let me tell you, the plate they sent is so insane that we are going to go through a whole test of how you can stamp with chrome powders. So please stick around so I can show you all of the magic. So you don't have to test anything, you can get right into stamping with chrome. Now, before we get into that, I just wanted to show the last Mani and Me box that I got. Oh my heavens, not only did they spoil us with an extra plate, but this is all of the Northern Lights, galaxy, realness. First of all, I had never seen the Aurora Borealis until I moved to British Columbia. As soon as I saw that in person, it was one of the most breathtaking displays of nature that I have ever seen. So now that I have this, I'm losing it because my brain is going insane. You're going to see the colors that I even asked from my representative for Maniology. I was thinking all the neon magic with this Northern Lights. So you're going to see shortly the very bright colors I selected. But I was thinking of these and the plates that I grabbed. I'm like, how can we merge and just be bright and beautiful? So this ends just the little part of me unboxing some goodies I got. And if anybody's interested, you need to go to maniology.com and check out their Mani and Me program because it has some of the most unique plates ever. And the reason I also wanted to show you all that magic is one of the plates that I selected is from the box, and I just feel like since they're limited edition, if you're not able to try them through the box, they aren't made available right away on the website, and sometimes they're either sold out or they don't return, but sometimes they do. So I was actually able to get one of their previous plates from a Mani and Me that's called Go With The Flow. It recently went viral. There was 2 artists that did this oil spill nail design. I'm actually going to show you the video later on. It was completely mind-bending. So the moment that Maniology reached out, I was like, I already know the plate. Well, at least one of the plates that I want to try. And we just went rolling from there. I love my representative. She is so amazing. She is just as artsy as I am, and I just love vibing with her. So when I had sent my selection, she was losing it over the plate. So I can't wait to create so much magic so that she can see, because she's just amazing. Whew, okay, before I keep geeking, I asked, I'm like, can I please have another one of these binders? Because I completely filled the other, and that's what I was showing you earlier. Once I put the rest of the plates from those Manny and Me, that is completely full, and that's 1 year of plates. So now we get to take this beautiful PR and put it in the brand new binder. I feel like we're leveling up. I am learning so much about stamping since becoming a Maniology ambassador, and I really love how Maniology empowers their artists with such dynamic plates, and you can just be so creative. So the first selection I chose was Heritage Lace. I believe this actually came from their world tour. I believe this was a part of their Korean collection. I'm not 1,000%, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure, and that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with that lace. It is just so delicate. And then I also chose, just trying to, I want to make sure I say it right. It's M671 Pandemonium. Now, I chose this one in mind because I have the plates from the very first destination on their round trip, which was China. And that's this one here. So I wanted to actually pair those two with the bamboo and the adorable pandas. So please look out, because that look is coming ASAP. But the star of the show is being unveiled. This is Go With The Flow Liquid Muse MXM 133. Now this nail plate, whoo-wee, this is the one that started all this viral magic here. You see this video playing in the corner? This is where another fairy got its wings. Every time I see these nail art designs that just defy all logic and are mind bending, I'm like, how are we going to do this? So Maniology takes the stress out of it with this insane plate. It is so beautiful. But my biggest issue with this viral design is a lot of people were picking up different black stamping polishes, and then the nail techs were just burnishing right into that stamping layer. And if you know anything about stamping, not all stamping polishes are made the same. And so as you're trying to get it onto the nail and then burnish, I was noticing that it's not as bright as I was looking for. So right now I'm going to show you some tips as to how to not only create this viral oil spill look, but how to stamp with chrome powders. So let's get into all the magic. Now, I love these series, getting to just dive in to nail science, because it's a real thing. And just because you have chrome in a stamper doesn't mean you're going to get the end result that you're looking for. So I kind of wanted to go through a few methods and see what achieves the brightest chrome. So this is method 1. Now, no matter which method you end up doing, it is very important after you choose your base color for you to mattify that nail. The reason this mattification, I'm making up words, I'm pretty sure it's not a word, but the reason why it's so important to matte your surface is that you don't want the chrome to stick. So this is basically stamping with chrome isolation. And these are the things that are mind bending, because you will watch a video and somebody will just do it really fast. But anybody that works with chromes knows, first of all, not all chromes are alike, and not all, as I was mentioning before, stamping polishes are. So some will dry without any form of tacky, like you can't burnish that in, it won't stick at all. But there is, and you guys are going to see as I show you 2 methods, the second method, literally, it is the only method for me. It's crazy how well the chrome turns out, and I'm just not going to say anything else. We're going to have to wait and see when that method comes up. But this first one, I had liquid chrome. So essentially, it is a chrome iridescent powder that is suspended in a dehydrator. And essentially, you would normally put it onto a no wipe surface and you just put a couple drops on, let it dry, and burnish it in. But you can't do that because some of these like dehydrators are acetone based, so you'll eat through the stamp design that you picked up. And this is where I had to put my science cap on and had to figure out how do we achieve this insanely cool oil spill look. So this is the first step, or the first method rather, where you mat your nail and then you are going to pick up your black stamped whatever design you choose. You are going to place that on the nail immediately. Like, you're going to want to work as fast as possible. And as you saw before, I loaded all of my brushes so that I had the chrome on there. And you're going to want to load everything so that you can just burnish it in immediately. This is time. If you are waiting at any point, it's going to dry too much. And because we're not using a sticky background, like it's matte, nothing will stick to it. So you really want to work fast. But if you do, you are going to have the most insane end result. So if you look here already, that adhesion was perfect. It just kissed, attached, and I was able to burnish like nobody's business. I did notice though with this method, certain parts of the stamp picked up the chrome really well, whereas other parts didn't, and I assume that's because maybe certain areas were more dry or thinner than others, so it didn't have as much tack to it. But I was still very impressed with how you were able to achieve a perfect chrome isolation there. So this is definitely an option if you want to do an ombre of different chrome colors. No matter what design you choose, it'll look really cool. But again, this doesn't give me that pop, that va-va-voom I was looking for. In that video I showed that was on the, I believe it was on the left-hand side, it was a creator called Nail Job, and she showed with the sickest navy background and then picked up using Maniology stamping plate that I have right here. She just picked it up, but she didn't end up using a Maniology stamping polish, so I didn't know which polish would be the best to kind of achieve this, but I found out it's Maniology. So this is method 2. We're using Maniology stamping polish. In that first step, I actually used Born Pretty. There's all sorts of steps and layers to this, like tiramisu, so I just wanted to make sure that I was able to explain what I was doing. So I do apologize if I danced around a little bit there, but I was just trying to make sure I got out the really important parts so that if you're trying this at home, you have no issues. Now, this is where I say method 2 is the only way to do it. Now, you're going to want to grab a monocle or an ice cube stamper that you don't mind if it gets cloudy, because you just need to use that as your chrome stamp and magic. It will eventually get cloudy and you're not going to be able to see it as well when you're placing. So you want to kind of sequester one stamper for this. But let me tell you, right here, you're going to see there is no better method than this one. I couldn't get over how bright the chrome was. It was literally blinding. And I apologize that a little bit of that was out of frame. I have a brand new fancy camera, so I hope you're loving this quality. But in certain parts, I was a little bit out of frame. But this is because I put my science cap on, my lab coat, and I just went ham. And you know how messy chrome powder is. So I swear to goodness, I think I inhaled about a couple grams worth of chrome powder. It was all over me, but the tests were so worth it. And I just wanted to make sure that I went through as much so that you guys don't have to play around. You can see a very easy method of how to stamp with chrome, and you don't have to fiddle around or have any error going on. Now, once you're ready to clean this off, you just take your lint roller and just keep on going. You're going to have to apply a little pressure because that chrome is like glitter. It really sticks. But let me tell you, no matter which chrome you use with this method, it is so bright and beautiful. I think this method is going to be so nice when I do the pottery design. And I'm just so happy. This is why I'm saying stamping is so powerful, because I wouldn't have, organically just been like, okay, I'm going to take a bunch of powders, put it on a jelly surface and start stamping with it. But all of a sudden, these methods start coming out and it makes you want to try, it makes you want to try a new method. So I can't get over how magical this turned out. And so often we are flooded with all of these viral designs, but it's like, how did they achieve that? So I really wanted to kind of go back to the basics and just figure out in general, how do you stamp with chrome powder? Because I've seen a million and one ways that people do it, but mostly either they're gatekeeping what stamping polish they're using or they're using gel. So I really wanted to find a method that I could just use my favorite straight up black from Maniology and have no problems. And I really think this method is just tried and true. And I am so madly in love with how bright, like, this was the mani I was going to do this month, and now I'm just bugging because I don't even know. Like, am I going to do this one? Am I going to stamp something else? Like, once you start stamping, I feel like you'll never have enough plates because you just want to do and stamp everything. Like, you don't have enough fingers for how many stamps you want to do. I did want to mention, if anybody is watching this and stamping alongside me, please write down in the comments below. I want to know if these tricks helped you do chrome isolation stamping. This is such a fun technique and I can't get over how beautiful. These are show-stopping nails, and no matter what backgrounds you choose, that chrome is so dynamic, and now you don't have to spend so much time with an art gel trying to get these perfect fine lines. You can literally just pick up a stamp and your favorite chrome powder, and bam, you've got the best nail ever. Now, with all of my excitement, because this was like, we're going right into the science of chrome powder and stamping, I did want to mention Maniology sent over 3 amazing stamping polishes. Now, the first one was called Beeper Buzz. That is B551. That's a cream neon yellow stamping polish. It has my heart. We are going to be using that shortly on top of a gorgeous hot pink because why not? I wanted to play around with this plate and just show you the versatility and how beautiful Maniology stamping plates are. So I just wanted to show you with one plate how many versatile looks that you could get. So I don't only show you this oil spill look, I also go through and show you a really fun abstract and then this really hot pink lemonade. Oh, it's just delicious. You're going to see in a moment. Now, that nail you saw, I actually took the excess because it feels like a little nail crime that you can only use it once. So I wanted to try and see if anything would stick after it had already dried, and as you saw, only a little bit stuck to it. So I would suggest, even though it hurts, either be very conservative of how much chrome you're using. Like, if you know the window you're using is a small design, only put a small amount on there. But the more evenly you apply it, kind of the more wow factor you have when you pick up. So just be mindful of all of that. But honestly, even if you have to use a little bit of extra powder, these results are insane. I think this is such a fun way to stamp and add chrome elements without ripping your hair out. Because heaven knows if you're using a sticky base and that whole thing sticks, you're just going to be crying. So ain't nobody got time for that. But not only that, so I'm going to show you that Beeper Buzz I was talking about. So they also sent Retrograde B363. This is a duochrome light blue sheer stamping polish. Oh my gosh, depending on what base you stamp this on, we get purple, we get blue shifts. It is so pretty, and I actually want to do a very special Northern Lights, that's why I showed that plate earlier, design with that really beautiful pearlescent color. So please look out. And I'm also going to be stamping with all of them. So the duochrome, the neon yellow, and then last but not least, they also sent Schools Out Food Fight. It's B287. It's a neon green stamping polish. And oh my sweet heavens, it is everything. It is what I call ectoplasm green. It is so bright. And I just thought for this last design, we are going to go abstract, garden fairy, and we are just going to layer all 3 of those polishes they sent so that not only we could have a little swatch moment, but we could see the polishes live in action. So let's stamp this beautiful abstract design. I also did want to mention, in the beginning of the video, I showed my full iridescent nail stamping plate organizer binder. That is a lot of words. The organizing binder. Lord of mercy. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. Take this mic away from me. I swear I am Maniology drunk. I have, as soon as I, let's just roll back here. Let's be honest. Words are going to be failing me because I literally saw magic today. I didn't think I was going to be able to achieve that design and be able to stamp with chrome so easily. And that's why I love Maniology, because never say never. They are going to literally have you out of your comfort zone, stamping and doing things you never thought you could do. So this is just a huge shout out to the artistic minds behind Maniology, because you have nail artists like me out here just, I swear to goodness, believing in magic. And I already do, but it just reinvigorates you, you know? So this is that beautiful abstract nail I was mentioning. This is when I kind of just let loose. I didn't have any kind of rhyme or reason of what I wanted. I just wanted earth magic. And mixing those 3 colors they sent, it just turned out so darn pretty. So I matted that whole nail and then just put a couple dewdrops, and it really came together. And I just wanted to show you that really, these plates, it's your creativity. You can literally, like, the sky is the limit and then some. Doesn't matter what color story you want, just gather up all your goodies and you will create pure magic. I can't thank you enough for coming along for not only this PR unboxing and mini Manny and me haul, but thank you for putting on your science cap with me as well and trying something new. I hope this was so much fun, and please stay tuned because there is going to be so many reels and videos coming out with all of these plates. Sending you so much love. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And remember, do all things with love. Mwah.